Deputies say the AI-generated images that landed one middle schooler in jail included images of 8 female students and 2 adults. Lafourche Parish deputies say female students told a 6th Ward middle school counselor about rumors of the images. But deputies say school administrators and a resource officer couldn't find the images by the end of the day. It wasn't until video of a fight on a school bus sparked outrage that detectives say they sought search warrants for phones and social media accounts and found the pictures. One state lawmaker plans to introduce measures to address AI.
But we are trying to make sure that we keep our kids safe. I think there needs to be enough flexibility, but certainly we should have common sense on how to actually govern.
Authorities arrested a middle school boy they say created and shared the images.